To solve these equations, we will perform inverse operations until the variable is on one side of the equation. If we look at the left-hand side of the first one, we have 5x minus 6 equals 34. Let's identify the operations that we have on the left-hand side. We have multiplication, 5 times x, and subtraction, minus 6. So write those down. Multiplication times 5 and subtraction. The inverse of each of those operations, multiplication by 5, is division by 5, and minus 6, the inverse operation will be plus 6. Now we can do either of those inverse operations first, but in this case it's easier to do the inverse of minus 6 to avoid dividing every term by 5. So what we can do is add 6 to both sides of the equation. On the left hand side, minus 6 plus 6 is 0, so what remains is 5x equals 34 plus 6, which is 40. And now we perform the inverse operation to multiplying by 5, which is dividing by 5. On the left hand side, the 5's cancel, and what remains is x equals, and on the right hand side, 40 divided by 5 is 8. So our solution for the variable x is 8. To verify, we can substitute our result x equals 8 into the left-hand side of the expression and see if it equals the right-hand side. So the left-hand side, LHS, will be 5x, 5 times x, which is 5 times 8, minus 6, and that equals 40 minus 6, which is 34. And that is the same result as what we have on the right-hand side. So our solution, x equals 8, is the correct one. For part B, we have 3a over 2 plus 4 equals negative 1. There are three operations here. We have multiplication by 3 times a. We have division by 2, and we also have addition, plus 4. Three operations. The inverse of multiplication by 3 will be division by 3. The inverse operation to division by 2 is multiplication by 2, and the inverse operation to plus 4 is minus 4. Again, we can perform any of those inverse operations first, as long as we are careful, but it's much easier to do them in the order minus 4, and then multiply by 2, and then divide 3. So we can subtract 4 from both sides of the equation first of all. What remains on the left-hand side, 4 minus 4 is 0. We have 3a over 2 equals, and on the right-hand side, negative 1 minus 4, negative 5. Now multiply both sides of the equation by 2. On the left-hand side, cancel the 2's. We have 3a equals, and on the right-hand side, negative 5 times 2, negative 10. Now perform the final operation, divide both sides by 3. On the left, cancel the 3's. What we have left, a equals negative 10 divided by 3, just changing that to a proper fraction, is negative 3 and 1/3. To verify that our solution is correct, substitute the result a equals negative 3 and 1/3 into the left-hand side of the expression. So we have 3 times a, which is negative 3 and 1/3, divided by 2, plus 4, and that equals 3 times negative 3 and 1/3 is negative 10 divided by 2 plus 4, which equals negative 5 plus 4, which is negative 1. And that is the same result as the right-hand side. So our solution for a equals negative 3 and 1/3 is correct.